Why hello my friends, my name is Sir James Insane, and today we're going to be talking about none other than Call of Duty 2017. Now some information has been floating across the internet in the form of leaked images, claiming to be the new Call of Duty. Thing is though, not too long ago I remember there being another set of leaked images that a lot of people started to believe was going to also be the new Call of Duty. But the thing is, both sets of leaked images have been dating Call of Duty decades, almost a whole century, or a century, before its more recent ultra-futuristic titles. But the one that's been making more noise as of recently depicts the new Call of Duty title in a World War II era. Now I want to talk a little bit about this. Keep in mind, this video, we're going to assume that these leaks are real. Again, we're going to be under the assumption in this video that these leaks are real and they're confirmed, and we're gonna talk about it because honestly this is pretty damn interesting. Okay, so I'm sure many of you know, but Call of Duty dates back way over a decade ago, beginning with the first title, Call of Duty, then continuing on with a bunch of other sequels, Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty 3, and eventually Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 was the first Call of Duty to leave the World War II era and go into the more modern timelines. So if these leaks are true, then they literally took going back to our roots very literal. I remember back in the Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2 times, when people would say, oh, Call of Duty is yearly, it's the same crap every year, and you know, they said that, and then eventually Sledgehammer Studios was brought in to be the next Call of Duty developer, giving each developer a 3-year cycle. So Sledgehammer, who also happens to be making the new Call of Duty World War II, came out with Advanced Warfare, the first Call of Duty to introduce a new type of movement, more futuristic movement in a sense. It was expanded upon more as the games came out, but Advanced Warfare started it all with a super jumping ability you could have, and exosuits and things like that. Which honestly, it did change up the game for a lot of people, including myself, and I think a lot of fans were actually pretty content with Advanced Warfare, with Advanced Warfare's new innovative jumping skills and everything. It was still Call of Duty, it was new, it was fresh, but it still had that Call of Duty feel. Then the other Call of Duty developers took it from there, and a newfound hate for the series came into play. And now it's gone full circle, and it seems that Sledgehammer is again taking the reins and making the Call of Duty that will most likely be the stepping stone in which the other two developers, both Treyarch and Infinity Ward, will follow, which isn't such a bad thing if it's done correctly. World War II zombies, anyone? But going from so far in the future back into the 1930s, 1940s is going to be really odd. Not because of the setting, but because going back to the roots is literally regressing from what the franchise has built up instead of coming up with better ways to portray it or something like that. See, Battlefield did something just like this when they created Battlefield 1. They went and took the games from a sort of futuristic modern era in a sense, definitely not farther than Call of Duty was in terms of time, and they brought it back to World War 1. Which honestly is not a war that's really explored as much in first-person shooters, so it was, you know, they had the upper hand on that. So, good job, DICE. But they didn't have an innovative, like, movement system where it's like you could run on walls and super jump and all this different. They didn't have anything like that. So, all they really had to do was create this setting, and, you know, everything else, like flying jets would turn into flying planes, you know, World War One planes and stuff, and you know, everything just had to be adapted in a sense. With Call of Duty, it's not going to be so simple. I'm just wondering if there's something new that they're willing to bring to the table. I just feel like we've had World War II before, so there has to be a way to make this a fresh experience, something that maybe they've got planned, something hopefully to make this whole experience fresh and new and fun for new players, old players, and Call of Duty fans all around. But honestly, when I heard they were going back to their roots, first thing that came to mind was the other set of leaked images, which portrayed a Call of Duty also made by Sledgehammer Games, and it was titled Call of Duty Fog of War. It was a third-person Vietnam Call of Duty game. It was canceled, and honestly, I like the sound of that game, except for the third-person part. That can stay away. The Vietnam stuff sounds cool though. Now, the idea of a Vietnam-based Call of Duty was amazing to me, especially since we've technically had it in the Call of Duty Black Ops 1 briefly, only for about 3 or 4 missions in which we're in the Vietnam era, and it was amazing. It was fun, it was tense, it was gritty, and honestly, to have a Call of Duty game based in that era entirely and portray the horror and the grittiness and the craziness that war had, and give its own Call of Duty spin on it. Sledgehammer could have done that. They could have done it, and I know it probably would have been really good. Now, I wasn't a big fan of Advanced Warfare's multiplayer and the jumping and everything like that, but their campaign was pretty good, and I think that with their skills and the people they have on their team, they could have brought that Call of Duty Fog of War first person to a whole new level. But World War II is pretty cool too. But as I said before, we've had World War II before. We had it in Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, and the more known, honestly, and I think the most popular example of that is Call of Duty World at War. Made by Treyarch Studios, it was amazing. It was honestly one of the Call of Duties that has left its mark on the newer Call of Duties as well, especially with zombies. But I would like to see something a little different this time around. Maybe a different style of World War II, a different version of it. I know this is gonna sound crazy. How about a rewritten version of World War II? Alternate universe, anyone? We've had the past, we've had the future. Maybe we need to go into the more unknown, while also making sure that it's a boosted ground Call of Duty. The other idea that came to mind, honestly, is that maybe this is a reboot. Maybe Call of Duty's developers and Activision want to start fresh. Put all those games, those painful games that made players hate them more and more every year, put them behind them and start fresh. And meddle with areas that they know they can succeed in. Call of Duty World War II sounds like a fresh start, a new hope to me. And who knows? Maybe it'll be just that. If this is real, I have high hopes. Please, Sledgehammer, don't disappoint us. But we will definitely know for sure in the coming months. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts, ideas, and theories on the new Call of Duty 2017. I'm Sir James Insane, and until next time, stay sane.